So yesterday I woke up around 10 o'clock, bunked off college, didn't want to go. And I look at my Twitter to look at the news and everything, what's going on. And I see Grenfell Towers trending #1. I paid it no mind, I didn't know what it was about or anything like that. Then I look right under it and it says West London. And I'm like, whoa, I live in West London. What's going on here? So I clicked on West London and I see some of the most horrific images of a block drowning in flames. And I'm like, rah, this must have been some mad accident or something. And then I see this clip on Twitter of this young fella talking on the BBC about what happened and everything. And here's what he had to say.
One thing I wanted to say though, this thing that they're all saying about, oh, it might have been a fridge that exploded or something like that. I don't know about all of that, but what I do know is they did regeneration last year to that building that they're talking about doing to all of these buildings. They did it to that building only, £10 million they're talking about, and put these shoddy plastic things on there that set up a light because they want more reasons to knock these blocks down. There's two options. They could either regenerate the blocks or they could knock them down. And after that, I'm not so sure that was totally an accident. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. You could pause me there, but I'm not gonna lie. The whole situation that's going on in this area, the way that they don't want us, the way that they don't want us here, and they put those rich man's blocks over there, and then they tell certain man in Frinstead they can't even go into that section. That's outrageous. I can't lie. The way that they treat man in here is terrible, innit? So
I understand.
I can't even take the belief out of my mind that wasn't just an accident. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fucked, and I think.
But we don't know. It's so early.
Yeah, we don't know. But you're talking about the regeneration that happened last year to apparently make these blocks better, and then these fires have never happened. I've lived here my entire life. My mum's lived here a very long time, and these kind of things have never ever happened in this area. Like, I don't know what they spent £10 million on. But the lifts in this block and all the blocks around, they only cost 60 grand to fix, and they still never replaced them throughout the time I've lived here. So 10 million for that? No, they didn't. No. Okay. I'm not really fucking with the government right now. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm going to apologise for your language.
Now obviously this guy lives within the local area, or he may have lived in that block, who knows, but he brought up some very interesting points that cannot be ignored. So what the bloke said is the council must have spent £10 million on that block alone to improve it, make it better and all that, and it burnt down within a couple of hours. Now if you spend £10 million on a building, I don't expect a fire to spread within a couple of hours. I'm sorry, questions need to be asked here. I was listening to another interview, it was on ITV or Channel 4, one of them, and a Somali brother must have been like, rah, the fire was reported at 1 AM and the fire alarms did not go off till 1:30 AM. Something's definitely wrong there. Conspiracy theory or not, I believe that it was planned and I think it was controlled. I know it sounds sick and disgusting, but we live in a sick and disgusting world where we have a Croydon cat killer and a West London spit man. For God's sake, a mother threw her baby outside the window because she was desperate, and on top of that 12 people died in that blaze. If you know a thing or two about buildings, then you would know there's some sort of heat resistant materials between each wall, so if there is a fire it doesn't spread like too quickly and it can be controlled. But obviously there's some sort of design flaw here that got overlooked or something, because this should not happen in 2017. If someone builds a bridge and 10 years later the bridge collapses due to a design flaw, shouldn't someone be held accountable? This happened in the London borough of Kensington and Chelsea, the royal borough of Kensington and Chelsea, and some unfortunate people have lost their lives. They've lost everything they own, and my heart goes out to everyone who lived in that block. And a big thank you to the London Fire Brigade who's been doing their hard work. They're literally going into a building that could collapse on them. They're risking their lives to save lives. Big thank you to them. And finally, I'm going to leave you with this clip from the BBC.
This was really horrific. There's people who were jumping out of the place. There's a man who threw 2 of his children. You know, 2 of his children. Come on, man.